I'm back with another question makeover. This time I want to take a little look at the patient health questionnaire. This is a set of questions that was developed in the 90s by Pfizer, and it's used to diagnose or identify depression, symptoms of depression. And I'm in therapy, shout out to therapy, big fan. And I get sent this every couple of weeks by my therapist. And I love that they want to monitor my mental state, and I think it's great that they're using data. And I hate this freaking questionnaire. Here's why. So here's the question that it asks. Over the last 2 weeks, how often have you been bothered by any of the following problems? Do I love the word bothered? No, because what if I've felt these things but it hasn't bothered me? But we'll put that aside for now, okay? I just screenshot the first thing in the list. It's little interest or pleasure in doing things. Again, interest, pleasure, I'd probably want to simplify this, but this is not even what my problem is, y'all. So tons of side problems. Here's the main issue. The answer categories. These are the choices that you have. Not at all, several days, more than half the days, nearly every day, okay? The first thing I look for is there a bottom category, 0? Check, yes, they got that. And is there a top category maximum infinity? And in this case, not quite, because what if I'm an everyday or at least once a day person? Here's where my issue comes in. We're jumping from not at all to several days. I don't know about y'all, but personally to me, several seems like a lot. Several also seems kind of similar to more than half a days, which is the next category. You can see here that I have checked not at all. That's a blatant lie. Over the past 2 weeks, I have definitely had days where I had little interest or pleasure in doing things, for sure. So why did I check not at all? Because it sure as hell wasn't several days, and I don't want to check several days because it wasn't several days. So I'm rounding down to not at all. It would be amazing if there was a little category in here that said a few days, right? Put something in between not at all and several, and maybe differentiate several and more than half of days. It's a frustration, y'all. And here's why this is problematic. One, you might have other people like me who are just answering this incorrectly because they don't neatly fit into one of the buckets, but also because this has been around for decades and gets used everywhere. And people are always oh, well, it's validated. Science has showed that this is a good survey. This is a good way to ask questions. And I disagree. So even if something's validated, even if everyone uses it and recommends it, I think it's still worth diving in and thinking for yourself, does this question make sense?